everyone. Today I have Christina Hunt with us. Christina, please tell us what you do for Special Olympics Missouri.
I'm the development director for the Kansas City metro area, and essentially what that means is I bring in the money for our area to provide, to fund our programs.
So now let's get started. What is a polar plunge?
Polar Plunge is a super exciting fundraiser for Special Olympics. And the idea is that you raise money as an individual or as a team, and then in the winter, you run into a cold, frozen lake. It's super fun.
Christina, who hosts the polar plunge?
Law Enforcement Torch Run, we also call it LETR, is a group of law enforcement agencies from across the entire world. And they are the ones who host these events, the Polar Plunge events for Special Olympics. So here in the Kansas City area, we have Kansas City Police Department and Lee Summit Police Department, who are our hosts. And across the entire state, we have different departments. In addition to all of that, again, like I said, internationally, I mean, there's even a plunge in Antarctica that people can go to. So this is an international event that happens all over the world.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. So, with the money that is raised, where does it go?
The money that's raised, I can only speak specifically for Missouri, but the money raised in Missouri stays in the areas that it's raised. So the Kansas City Polar Plunge money stays here in Kansas City to provide for programs for our athletes in Kansas City specifically. So Kansas City Metro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So with that, how do you decide where the money goes?
All of that is consistent each year. So it's just part of the budget that we do every single year.
Oh, okay. So how do you pick out the incentives every year?
So the development group or the development employees, we get together and we have what we call Polar Plunge University or Plunge University. And Crystal, our leader, she heads up the development department. She comes with her ideas, and then we throw out our ideas and we look at everything, and that's kind of where we go from there. We usually vote. Oftentimes it's a tie vote, and someone from headquarters has to come in and break the tie vote for us. We are all very, very opinionated, so it's not always easy to agree on incentives. But it's fun. We have a great time doing it.
Awesome. I know a lot of the plungers like to have the incentives.
Yes, I'm very excited about the heated vest this year. So that's my goal. Yes.
Ooh. So what or how do you prepare for this special events?
We have a committee. Every single area has a committee, and we meet once a month. At least in Kansas City, we meet once a month, and we plan the event. So most of us have been doing it for many years, so we kind of know what's going on. We know what we're doing, and we've been doing it at the same place. So we have the same group of people that will donate stuff for us. For example, we need natural gas for the heaters. The heaters are also donated. We need generators, all those things. We have a really wonderful group of supporters, businesses in Kansas City that support us. So, and I know that is that way across the entire state.
I bet that's very helpful.
Incredibly helpful. And it also helps us because we're able to keep more of the money that we raise for our athletes specifically. So
great. So can anyone participate in the Polar Plunge?
Yes and no. So the actual Polar Plunge, you do have to be 10 years old and older to do it. And if you have underlying medical issues, you should probably talk to your doctor before you run into the frozen lake. But if you are 9 and under, you can participate in what's called our PB Plunge. You are not allowed to run into the lake. We have a hot tub on site that we cool off And so it's like cold water, but it's not as frozen as the lake. So.
Ooh, the hot tub. I want to get in the hot tub.
Well, Lena, you could be a super plunger this year and you'll have access to the hot tub.
Ooh, I have to think about that one.
You would see in the hot tub, you don't have to wear your gloves.
Oh.
It's warm.
So if there's a business that wants to get involved, who would they contact and how?
So if you go to plungemo.org, you'll see all of the areas where a plunge is being hosted on there. And when you click on those sites, you'll see, who's in charge of what. The other way is to go to somo.org/staff. And so if you know that you're in the Kansas City area, you'll want to go down to the Kansas City staff and you'll want to talk to the development director in each of the areas.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So is there a goal for you or the KC area try to reach for the donations? And does it change every year?
It does change every year because we don't want to remain the same. We always want to get better and bring in more money. So this year, our goal is $175,000. Now that does combine our polar plunge, but also our super plunge.
Okay. Are you planning to do the polar plunge?
Yes, of course. I'm going to do the polar plunge.
So I heard there was a costume contest. How did that start? And is this very popular?
I would say that the costume contest is popular. And in addition to that, I've had a few people that have not participated in the costume contest previously. They're already planning their costumes for this year because they want to get involved because it's a really fun event. So that piece of the event is really fun. People really like to get into it. So last year it got a little wild, but that's okay because it was fun.
So if they're planning to do the costume contest, what's the theme for this year?
Glow with Somo. So come in your bright fluorescent outfits, glow sticks. Probably don't want to lose your glow sticks in the lake because that would not be good. But yeah, bright fluorescent colors.
Are you planning to do the contest?
No. No, so I actually plunge on Friday night with our super plungers because on Saturday there's just too much stuff going on for me to be able to plunge with everyone else on Saturdays.
Well, at least you do it, so that's the main point,
and
right?
So do you, Lena.
I know.
In fact, you're really amazing at getting a team together, so that's amazing. I still challenge you, to do the super plunge this year. So so for those who don't know, the super plunge is those that raise $2,500 or more, and you plunge 24 times in 24 hours. So we have 3 athletes. We've ever had one athlete to participate in the super plunge in Missouri before. We have 3 that are doing it this year, making history. So I'm challenging you should do it too, Lena.
I love challenges.
You get to stay overnight and it's fun.
That's awesome though. 3 athletes.
Yep.
Are they all from KC or?
Nope. Only one's from Kansas City, one's from the North area, and the other, I believe, is Central. Where's Anna? Is she Central?
Yes. Have you done the plunge before and when?
Yes. The last 2 years, I've done the plunge. So last year and the year before, I did the plunge. In fact, the year before, I did it twice. So I did it at 6 p.m. and then my parents showed up, so I had to do it again so they could watch me. And it got a lot colder when the sun went down between 6 and 7.
Well, I bet you like that, going twice.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
It's for the cause, right?
It's for the cause, yep.
So, how many people usually show up for the polar plunge?
So last year we had 480 plungers, and that's about the same. We didn't go up numbers wise from last year, or from the year before to last year. So this year our goal is 500 plungers. We also had 12 super plungers last year, and our goal this year is 15.
Awesome. So the water is cold. How cold does it get?
Oh gosh, Lena, every year it's different, but I will tell you that last year when they measured the temperature of the water, when I went in, it was 29 degrees. I think it got as low as 27. And I know that sounds really hard to fully grasp and understand because, you know, the water is supposed to freeze before it gets that cold, but there's a current. They had to cut out, you know, inches of ice. They had to cut the ice in order for us to be able to go into the lake. And then there's a current, so it keeps it from actually freezing. But yeah, that was the coldest water that I've ever been in my whole life.
Wow. I bet you remember that.
I do remember that very vividly.
So how can someone contact you if they are interested in doing the plunge or want to help out?
So if you go to plungemo.org, all of the information is on there. Just click on Kansas City, and that has the registration link. If you want to participate, you just go ahead and either set up a team or you set up yourself individually, and you'll be able to get signed up, and you'll have your own fundraising page that you can put on Facebook, email out to people. So your own Facebook or fundraising link, and that'll give you the opportunity to, you know, raise money online. You can also collect money in person and then turn that in at registration the day of the event, or you could come. We have some time on Friday that we set aside that you can come and register ahead of time to drop off your money. So that's how you get involved. Plungemo.org and click Kansas City. We are the only Kansas City plunge. So
The only. So,
Kansas City plunge.
Tell me when it is. When is the Polar Plunge?
The Polar Plunge is January 25th. So the last Saturday in January. Every single year, it's the last Saturday in January. So just remember that. And then the Super Plunge will take place beginning on Friday. So the 24th through the 25th. So January 25 for all of our regular plungers. And plunge begins at noon.
Okay.
Registration begins or opens up at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Also, just so everybody knows that you are able to, when you plunge, you will also receive a meal. So as a burger, chips, and a drink, that comes with your plunge. And we'll have souvenirs for you to be able to purchase and all of that.
We all love the souvenirs.
Yes.
Where is it located this year?
Longview Lake Swim Beach. It's right off Raytown Road.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the Polar Plunge before we leave?
Well, I will mention that Lena is a Polar Plunge ambassador, and she does an amazing job, which is why she's doing this interview right here to really help promote the event and to raise money. Every year she gets a team together of athletes and other people, and she's simply amazing. So Lena, thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.